Hey fabulous clinicians, I'm back. It's the 14th of March and I know it's been a week since I recorded my last This is Private Practice video. So where did I go? What have I been doing? And why did I find it so hard to simply create a 2-3 minute video for the last couple of days of last week? Oh, well, how do I even answer that question? My mother-in-law turned very, very ill last week and she passed away on Monday of this week. So that has been a massive event in my life and in my husband's life and in his extended family. So when stuff like that happens, we have to make choices about where we spend our time and our energy and our resources. And for me, I didn't want to be talking about this really publicly until the family had had time to go through the death and start to grieve and make some plans. So I'm okay, my husband's okay, but I've wanted to stay really close to him. It's his mum. That's a big deal. My husband's in his 60s, so he's known his mum for a really long time. And I can't imagine what it would be like to lose somebody out of your life who's been in your life for 60 odd years. She was a really sweet woman and she was very kind and compassionate. And as she got older and dementia started to play with her, she had the most wicked sense of humor, and it was hilarious to listen to some of the things that came out of her mouth. Not always inappropriate, but always incredibly funny. What that meant for me and my business is that I had to make some decisions about priorities. And this is where having a criteria for success is so important for all of us. And I have started a group on Facebook called the Success Mindset Masterclass. And I did launch it late last week purely because I'd set myself a goal and set myself a target. I need to redo that. I need to help people understand why it's there because I haven't been able to populate it very well. And the whole link to the event that it's about wasn't working. So, oopsie, that's what happens when you focus on the wrong things at the wrong time. But that's okay. We can learn and everything is fixable. I did beat myself up around that and I felt like an idiot, but that's okay. You will forgive me. And if you're judging me harshly because of that mistake, well, I think that says more about you than it does about me. Moving on. So this week I have been working on keeping my husband together and helping him be safe and making sure that he is looking after himself. So he had a massive day yesterday, which was Tuesday. So his mum passed late Monday afternoon, and Tuesday he decided he needed to deliver because we both have incredibly high standards of integrity and excellence in our world. One of the things that we are really attracted to about each other. And this organisation had booked him for a speaking gig in Newcastle, which is about 3 hours away from where we live, and they had been marketing and promoting this event for months, and he decided he wanted to go and do it. And he did, and I'm so incredibly proud of him. But what I chose to do was stay close to him yesterday, which is why you may have seen lots of posts of me in all different places working through a program that I'm doing with Kelly Irving on how to plan to write a book. I'd given myself the time this week to work on this project, and I knew the project was going to take a lot out of me. If you think building your own practice or business is the biggest self-development journey you have ever been on, then look out if you decide to write a book. Let me share with you more layers of that freaking personal development onion are about to reveal themselves to you. However, I've created my business in such a way that being virtual to my spaces and virtual to my people means that I can operate and continue to operate. I've also got incredibly talented and amazing people around me. And a shout out to Sophie and Paula, who are the backbones of my operations. Without Sophie and Paula, I would have fallen over last week and I really would not have been able to cope. So ladies, if you watch this video, thank you so much for stepping in again and just offering to help in whatever way you can. That blesses me like you wouldn't believe. But it also shows me how powerful the right people are to have around yourself, the people who have your back, genuinely have your back, don't just want you for your paycheck every week. We need to reward our staff well and pay them well. We have a responsibility to do that. But when you have the right people around you, you need to love them up, not in a weird way. The other thing that's been really amazing today is I have a customer, and she's been a long-standing customer for a really long period of time. She knows me very well. She's seen me do some great stuff. She's seen me at my not so greatest. She has learned to trust me. She's also had periods of time where she's found it hard to trust me, but she has stood by me. And she invited me to speak to a very influential group of people. And I have been waiting probably 6 weeks for this opportunity to come around. And I had been working very hard on a presentation and working very hard on getting really good quality material together. I wanted her to know that she could trust me to do an excellent job. Because she knows me so well, she called me today and she said, we're postponing you for next Monday. Now, I was really torn because the funeral's next Monday, but I wanted to be with my family. And I know many of you watching this are going, well, Dojo, you just go to the funeral. Well, for me, it wasn't that easy. It really wasn't that easy. But she took that pressure off me today, and she did it respectfully. She assured and affirmed me, and she said, I don't want to be responsible, Jo, for you not being well next week if you push through all of this on Monday. Because I also work with some of her clients, so she needs to know that I can be on top of my game. This is what happens when you invest in relationships. This is what happens if you have a crisis in your life, but you've got really good quality referral sources around you. If you are so sure of the value that you bring that you can express that without feeling like a salesperson, and if you are so sure on what your criteria for success is, then these are the rewards. These aren't the tangible rewards of the holidays and the lifestyle and the new this and the lots of money and the that and the this. It is the quality of relationships that you have. So if nothing else today in private practice, I want you to reflect on the quality of the relationships that you have with people in your world. Who's got your back? Who trusts you to do the right thing, but also look after yourself in times of crisis? And who is it that you can trust with the most vulnerable parts of you? Now, I'm not suggesting that we spray all of our stuff online. That's why I didn't post for a week, because that's not fair to you, and for me, it feels grandiose and I don't like it. So I am very strategic about what I place up on social. But I've also made a commitment in this video series that I will talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of having a private practice. And this week has shown me that it can be confusing at times, that you can have the best plan in place and put all the right things around you to execute your plan. But then stuff will still happen outside of your control. And I have let it be known that I am a bit of a control freak. However, having the quality relationships, the right people around me, knowing that people have my back, and having the solid foundations in place for the operations of my business has meant I can have the freedom and the flexibility to be agile and meet my husband where he needed me to be. To me, it has been an incredibly successful week. Doesn't feel like it when I look in the bank balance, doesn't feel like it when I look in the inbox, doesn't feel like it when I write my to-do list, but I can assure you that I am living my definition of success right now. So I've been a bit preachy today, but I think it's a powerful message and one that I have been crafting all day. It's just after 3 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, and I'm actually going to finish work for today because I'm tired and my emotions are really raw, and now's a good time for me to stop. I've got a full-on day of delivery tomorrow, which is excellent for the people I get to deliver, and I'm looking forward to it, but I know that I need to be well rested and refreshed to be able to do that. So I encourage you, if you're interested in learning what it is that I've done to cultivate a mindset of success, come find the group. It's attached to the page here. I'm going to be talking about what is success and what does it mean to be in clinical practice and still want success. And I'll have an invitation for you to come and join me on the 2-day event that's happening in May. Thank you to the Australian College of Applied Psychology for making that happen. Alrighty, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning. I'm looking forward to being able to present another one of these, but it may not be tomorrow, and that's okay.